Zdravím všechny, to se na kanál, tady ze Stresa jde o dalšího pokračování Genshinské megasérie, kterou tady hraju. A procházím celou story mý oblíbený hry, protože ji mám rád. Až tak jednoduchý to je, proč to vydávám. Protože chci, protože mi to baví. A proč nedělat v životě něco, co vás baví. Anywho, jak jsem doufám, že jsi to zmínil v minulém díle, že se dneska budeme věnovat k velkému pokroku, a to 6. aktu Bedtime Story. Dainslev quest pro Fontaine, skoro jsem řekl Sumeru, což tady vidím Sumeru, blame me. Převoukám, že je to Fontaine, protože vždycky je to jako jedno po druhém. A jo. Nějak mě napadá nic co říct extra speciálního. Jenom možná jako i refresh v sobě, že to bude Dainslev quest a budeme se potýkat s Abyss Orderem. V posledním Dainslev questu jsme byli v Sumeru, jsme tam většinu času skejsli na nějaký opuštěný farmě, kde před dávnou dobou byl náš sibling a Dainslev a taky tam jsme potkali, se to jmenovalo Caribert, protože jsme tam se seznámili nepřímo přes časovou linku jinou se zakladatelem Abyss Orderu, což byl obyvatel Kánrie, myslím, si pamatuju dobře. A jeho syn byl Caribert, nevlastní bastardský syn, který ho ale nějak jako chtěl vyléčit z té hlečorského prokletí. Ale nějak se to zvrtlo a celá věc se kolem toho stala. A většinu jsem to odehrál na té farmě, takže to je, co si pamatuju. A z toho se teď budem přemosťovat na tenhle ten. Takže se na to rovnou vrhnem. And we shall get this party started. Máme připravenou takovou akčnější battle grupu s mono pro movement.
It's you two. I have a commission here that has your names written all over it. In fact, I'd even go so far as to say you're the only ones for the job.
Oh, is that so?
The only ones for the job? Huh. If our help is really that important, it's probably some Archon class commission, right?
I've never heard of that classification before. But we're sure are happy to take us on. Which Archon do you need us to deal with today?
The Adventurers Guild doesn't employ that kind of classification system. In fact, this commission is also probably not nearly as intimidating as what you're expecting. All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Huh? Then why did you say we were the only ones for the job?
I came across this commission while reviewing our backlog not too long ago. It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts to complete it have all ended in failure, despite attempts by several accomplished and renowned adventurers. With the reputation of the Adventurers Guild and the performance of the Sumeru branch at stake, it's in our best interest to assign this commission to the adventurer with the highest completion rate over the past few years.
Reputace Sumeru branče v sázce? No, nemůžeme nechat dopustit.
Well, that's us for sure.
Battery will get you everywhere with Paimon. But I can't guarantee we'll be able to complete it either.
All I'm asking is for you to give it your best shot. If it proves to be beyond your capabilities as well, I'll talk to the commissioner about canceling the commission.
Okay, so who are we looking for? And what is it about this commission that's made it so hard to complete?
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara village. They say one of their own villagers has gone missing. But the problem is, they don't know the missing person's name. They can only provide information about his general appearance.
They're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name? If so many adventurers have failed to complete this commission, maybe this missing villager doesn't exist at all.
Unlikely. Several villagers came by to issue the commission, and judging by their appearance and tone of voice, they seemed incredibly sincere. It certainly didn't seem like a joke to them. Besides, putting up a commission requires a processing fee. There aren't many upsides to a prank that costs Mora to carry out.
True, that would be a little strange.
In any case, it would probably be best to go to Vimara village and ask around first. The Adventurers Guild does have some information on hand, but I would say anything you can learn directly from the villagers would be far more reliable.
All right then, let's go! I'm starting to get really curious about this whole thing.
There we go. Screen. Bedtime Story, akt 6. A myslím, že v pořadí, jak to bylo releasenutý, tak po aktu 6, tomhle šestém aktu, tam je na řadě paralogism.
Why don't we talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more about the missing guy? If this commission is really as challenging as Catherine made it out to be, we're gonna need to...
Nic neříká důležitýho.
Hello there. You looking to buy something? I do business in this area.
Oh, no, we're adventurers. Catherine sent us to look into a commission here in Vimara Village.
Ah, so you're here about that then. You're not the first, that's for sure. We've certainly made a lot of trouble for you all. To be honest, we aren't holding out much hope. Many adventurers have made their way out here, confident they'd be able to help us, only to leave soon after with nothing to show for their efforts. We've pretty much had it up to here in questions, and the area around the village has practically been overturned in search of clues. But no one has been able to make any headway.
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name? Where did he live? Does he have...
I don't know. I really have no clue.
Okay, guess you're
Fuck.
really sick of answering questions.
Jako, co je s nima špatně, vole?
I'm sorry.
Jsou všichni
didn't mean to
mozkově
sound short with
vymletý?
you. I was actually just giving you my answer to your questions.
Those 3 questions are a no-go then.
I know it may seem
Anything
like
else?
we don't have anything to offer by way of information, but I promise you, we all have a very strong impression of him. When you live in the same village as someone, you develop a lot of memories together. We just don't know the specifics. Maybe we did at one point, but that information is long gone by now.
Takhle to prostě nefunguje. Prostě
At
někdo
least
to
that's what everyone in
bullshituje.
the village seems to think. We've all exchanged what we know, and that was the only logical conclusion.
All right, specifics aside then, what kind of person was he?
Young guy, in his early 20s probably. Incredibly kind sort of person, always willing to lend a helping hand. I'd chat with him when I didn't have any customers. I even saw him stick out his neck for others on more than one occasion.
Now that you've started talking about him, you don't seem nearly as down in the dumps as you did before. Seems like he left a pretty good impression on you.
But of course, everyone in the village is pretty fond of him. We wouldn't have issued that commission otherwise. There aren't many young people like him nowadays, so genuine and pure. To think that he just up and disappeared once.
Could he have just moved away without telling anyone?
No, he's not the type to leave without saying goodbye. And anyway, moving away without being seen by a single person in the village, there's no way he would have been able to manage that.
Huh. All right, thanks for the information.
Yes. Ask some more. Talk to Amadia. Oop. Na druhou stranu. Shit. Snad to Mora přežije.
It's that guests I hear.
Se staroušem
We're
k
here
tobě
to help you look
pomalý.
for the guy that's gone missing.
So
Dobre se
that's what brings you to these
trošku
parts.
překlikávat.
Coming all this way for our sake. That's so very kind of you.
Could you tell us a bit about him?
To vždycky, když už to někde skipnu, tak se budu pokoušet aspoň to skipnout, takže skipnu tu poslední větičku, nebo někde, kde je v jejich větě tečka nebo čárka.
Of course. I'm happy to help any way I can. With my failing eyesight, I'm afraid I can't offer
Zmizelého.
much about his appearance. But I do remember hearing the sound of his voice. I don't think his parents are still living in the village. But somehow he never seemed lonely. In fact, he was usually the one offering companionship to others. He would often take time to visit the elderly or play with the orphans in the village. And whenever someone had something on their mind, he was there to listen with open ears. As the village chief, I owe him many thanks. Helping villagers navigate difficult moments in their lives should have been one of my responsibilities.
Wow. He seems like such a nice and gentle person. No wonder his disappearance but, you wouldn't happen to know any details about his name, address, or...
No,
I'm
and
ashamed
no.
to admit it, but I just
Scared
can't
me.
remember. No matter how you look at it, I should know those things. But for some reason, no matter how hard I try to remember, the information just doesn't come.
It's okay. There's no need to force yourself to try and remember.
Já vůbec nejsou zakletý. Vůbec.
Well, Traveler, what do you think?
There's probably a lot more to this case than meets the eye. There's a lot of things that don't add up.
Paimon thinks so too. Like, the name thing. It's so weird that no one remembers his name, and nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived. It's like this guy's been erased from reality or something.
I would say it's more like he's someone who only exists in people's memories, and that's it.
Wait, so you're saying it's not that he's been erased, necessarily, but more like he never existed to begin with? Okay, Paimon's gonna need some time to process that one. Someone who only exists in people's memories?
Could it be like what happened with Great Ruler Rukadavada? Like some sort of mass alteration of people's memories?
You two are the adventurers who just arrived, right? You're here for the Vamara Village Commission?
Yep, sure are. We were just looking into the case.
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank goodness you haven't given up. I've been so worried the Adventurers Guild might cancel our commission.
No, když neuspějeme my, tak se tak skutku stane.
My name is Atosa, by the way. I grew up here in Vamara Village. Anyway, I just wanted to say, please keep searching for a missing villager. I'm begging you. You have to find him.
We will try our best. That's all we can say.
Yeah, no need to worry. We'll give it our best shot. So, were you close to the missing villager?
I'm not sure this counts as a lead, but follow me.
Follow me does not count as a lead. Ale podle toho, co nám budeš chtít ukázat, tak tě buď poděkuju, nebo tě zatratím. Tak. Strom.
Is this the place?
Yep. I know it doesn't look like much, but this place is very meaningful to me. We used to always sit together under
That's
this
not
tree and
helpful.
talk. Sometimes we would look up at the clouds in the sky, or... I was actually adopted by the people of Vamara Village. The forest rangers found me in the woods as a child. I was surrounded by such good people, and growing up in the village was so lively.
Alone?
How should I put it?
Uh,
When something's bothering
What are
you,
you?
or when you have good news to share, you always want to talk about it with somebody. But for the longest time, I didn't know who I could talk to, or if I should say anything at all. Everyone has their own problems to deal with. Even if I might want to confide in others, I don't want to become a burden.
I think I get what you mean. That's usually what family is for.
Really? You know exactly how I feel?
I used to have someone like that. Family member that I could talk to no matter what. But now I have a lot of friends who understand me, and would be happy to hear me out.
Aww.
Wow, that sounds really nice. You're quite lucky. When it comes to our missing villager, well... I guess you could say that to me. He felt like both a family member I could rely on and a friend who could really understand me. No matter what came my way, I knew I could always talk to him. He was so thoughtful and pure. And patient, too. Ever since he disappeared, there's been so much I wanted to tell him. No, none of those things matters now.
Wow. You two must have been really close. Did he ever tell you anything
Yes,
about
I
himself?
got that. Jsem pochopil asi před pár minutama. Can we get to the bottom of something else, please?
He mostly just talked about interesting things he saw around the village. He'd share a lot of his own wild ideas as well. Oh, right! I did ask him about his parents once. But all he said was, they're not here anymore. I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village or passed away.
Still not much to go off of.
Look at me. Talking your ear off and still nothing to show for it. I'm sorry I wasn't more help.
Hey, you helped us understand him.
The
Don't worry.
last time I talked this much in one go was when we were still together. Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk. Just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler?
Like, Lumina mezi tím si asi něco uvědomila, prostě wait a minute. Always the same time of day. And the time never seemed to pass. Based on what we've learned, this is definitely not a regular missing person case. What Atosa just told us about the time dilation could be the key to unraveling this whole mystery.
Hey, look at those hilly trails over there. Doesn't it seem like they're acting a little strange?
Yeah, aren't they supposed to usually work together to some degree? Neměli by spolupracovat?
The Abyss Order. Could they be the ones behind all of this?
Ow.
Uh-oh, we've
He
been spotted!
goes on the attack. Okay. A zrovna mám ledový a
Off to
vodní
the
hru.
freezer! Fate is upon you! Goose on the loose! Suffer the wrath of Eastleigh! Delve into destiny! Show no mercy! Midnight Phantasmagoria!
No. Tyhle ty ledový pánové už mi trošku udělají čáru přes rozpočet, jako nebudu a... Milý zbraně dělají aspoň trošičku. Já voda ledu něco? Trochu jo.
Fulfill our pact! Delve into destiny!
There we go. Druhá půlka trošku pomalejší,
Thank you
ale...
so
dobrý.
much. I wasn't expecting monsters to show up.
It was no trouble.
The question we should be asking is what is this order doing around here?
Now that I think about it, the hilly trolls around Vilmara village have been a lot more active lately. They seem agitated and would often attack anything in sight. Chief Amadea doesn't allow the children to play in the area around the village anymore.
Maybe the Abyss Order really is involved. Well, we should head back and check out the situation in Vimara village just in case. Wait a second. The person! It's Dainslev!
Dane! We meet again.
Ah, it's you two.
Oh, a friend of yours? Well, I'll leave you all to it then. I should head back to the village and check up on Chief Amadea and the others anyway. See you later.
Yep, see you later,
Bye bye. Off you go.
Why do you always have to pop up out of nowhere like that? Is it your life's mission to jump scare us or something?
It's hardly personal, or intentional for that matter. As long as you and I are both in pursuit of the Abyss Order, we're bound to cross paths.
Ah, so
Pravda.
you're here to investigate the Abyss Order then. That would explain the monsters you were fighting just now.
Naturally. Hold on. Are you not here for the same purpose?
We are also Undertale, but I'll admit we ran into them by accident. On accident.
No matter.
Neboj, nie to
It
jedno.
may have taken you a while to catch on, but I'm sure you've also realized by now that there's something strange about this place. The Abyss Order is most certainly planning something in this area. Or worse, their plan could already be in motion.
So you think the Abyss Order is behind the hilly trail activity in the area?
As things stand, I highly doubt that is their primary motive. I would imagine the increased hilichurl activity is merely a byproduct of whatever it is they're really trying to accomplish.
Still, the hilly trail activity is causing a lot of problems for the people here. We should stick around for a while and protect the village, don't you think?
The best way to protect them is by figuring out what the Abyss Order is truly planning. That is how we prevent further tragedy.
Well, let's see what more we can learn from the villagers. And after that, you also owe us many answers too, you know.
And you shall have them. I never intended to hide anything from you. Don't worry. There should be ample time to talk.
Return to Mara, the Italia goes adventures until eventually the sky grows dark.
Ah. So that was the commission that brought you here to Vimaraville. Someone who seems to only exist in people's memories. That is indeed quite intriguing. I would agree that it's unlikely you have a simple missing persons case on your hands. However, any possible connection to the Abyss Order is still unclear. It appears all we have by way of clues is increased hilichurl activity, and that is certainly not much to go off of.
Well, how about the intel you have?
Right! That mysterious voice she heard in her brother's memory. The one who called himself a sinner.
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you?
Oh, I want to have faith in him. I believe.
I sense hesitation in your words. After all, you still haven't figured out the whole truth of what happened. There's still hope for the two of you to reconcile. Irreparable damage has not yet been done. The sinner you wish to know about, his situation is different. He and his fellow sinners have long betrayed me, and long betrayed their nation. His name is Vedrfolnir, the Visionary.
Vedrfolnir the Visionary.
I'm loath to admit
Okay.
it, but he is also my kin, my older brother.
Your brother?
What happened between the two of you? What happened in Conria back then, also?
There were 5 of them, the 5 sinners of Conria, the wise Roptatir, the visionary Vedrfolnir, Gold Rhindaughter,
Uh-oh.
the foul Sertologi, and Rehir of Solnari, Rerir.
Tuhle tu osobu známe. Ta je tahle je členka Hexen Circle a stvořila Albeda. Takže jo. Tohle jméno znám. Jako může to být záhadně někdo jiný, nebo prostě kontext můžu si míchat s něčím, ale to minimálně tohle jméno rozhodně znám. A pokud je to ten, kdo myslím, a bude to konzistentní, to bude hodně.
No matter how eroded my memory may become, I will never forget their names. One day, I shall have my vengeance.
Wait, some of those names sound really familiar. Rhindaughter is the one who created Albedo. Sertologi is Skirk's master.
Skirk's master Surtologi. Aha, to jsme taky slyšeli. Zapomněl jsem na to, ale to jsme taky slyšeli.
And the one we just learned about, Dane's brother, Vedafulnir. If he was the voice of the sinner, then the one who inspired Clotar to create the Abyss Order was him.
Somehow, everything is connected. If that's true, then the stone slate we found in that ruin of Fontaine, the one that outlines the Fontaine prophecy, that was likely Vedafulnir's doing as well.
They were once people of great esteem in Canria, those who carried the hopes of the nation. They were the best of their peers, outstanding in their respective fields. 6 of us, together. We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster. The ones to stop the Vinster King from continuing to rock the foundation of the world. Yet, deep within, the 5 of them craved something more. They could not resist the call of the Abyss, and divided among themselves a power that could destroy the world. So they became sinners, but also transcendent beings, each in possession of world-shattering power.
Uh-oh.
And when the cataclysm occurred, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation.
Well,
Not
that's
one
just
came
shitty.
forward to prevent the tragedy, and for that, they shall never have my forgiveness.
And then, my sibling came into contact with your brother.
Indeed. If they are not stopped, the day is sure to come when they will also betray the entire world.
It must be hard to talk about all this, but thank you for telling me.
Of course. As I said, I never intended to hide anything from you.
You just have to ask the right questions. Nebo jak bylo Fiara od lituji, mé možnosti jsou omezené, musí se ptát správně.
So, Dane, what have you been looking into all this time?
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. It's been quite some time since the initial operation was launched. By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
Oh, Paimon remembers! Weren't they going to use
Yep.
it to corrupt Osial and make a god or something?
Indeed. However, it's obvious that was just some sort of technical experiment. The eye was integral to their plan, yet somehow, despite failing to obtain it, they've skipped the experimental phase and found some other way to keep moving forward. There are many signs pointing to that effect.
Jenom jsme je zpomalili.
Then, what should we do? It's not too late, is it?
Our most pressing concern is to determine the purpose of the Loom of Fate. From there, we'll be able to deduce the Abyss Order's true objective. Based on the intel I've gathered so far, I suspect the Loom of Fate is related to the ley lines in some way.
The ley lines?
Traveler, you were able to observe your siblings' memories last time, yes? I believe that was due to the fact that the ley lines in that area were unstable. My recent investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity in a particular area is usually followed by a series of issues with the ley lines.
One of the things that flows through the ley lines are memories.
Wait, then our commission here in Vimara Village, the person who seems to exist only in people's memories, could it be connected?
Memories, ley lines, the Loom of Fate, the missing person that doesn't exist. What's the connection between all
It's
this?
certainly possible. I'll join your investigation tomorrow. This missing persons case could very well turn out to be the key to unraveling these mysteries.
Well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigating somewhere a little further away tomorrow.
No. Další den svižně přichází. A my vstáváme do nového dne.
Oh, so tired.
To byl hodně šarpion.
way too much brain juice
Okay.
yesterday. It's all
Right.
Dane's fault saying all that complicated stuff.
My head's a mess. Didn't sleep that much either.
Well, let's go got a lot to do today.
Here we go.
Dane? Hello, Dane? Did something happen?
What's wrong?
The missing person from your commission. Could you describe them to me?
Oh, young guy? Early 20s? Seriously, Dane, what's going on?
There appear to be certain memories in my mind that weren't there before. Memories of him.
Maybe we just talked too much about him yesterday and you had a weird dream or something?
No, it wasn't a dream. They're memories. Memories that suddenly appeared in my mind after I woke up. And I'm certain I've never met this person before.
What exactly do you remember?
I remember handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
What?
What?
Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order then.
Indeed. And it appears he possesses the ability to implant memories into the minds of others.
How's that even possible?
Wait then. All the memories the villagers have of him, could they be fake too? Maybe they never knew him at all. But why would he do something like that?
Whatever the Abyss Order is planning, an important truth has been revealed to us this morning.
What sort of truth?
That their goal is still to obtain the eye of the first field tiller. They haven't stopped searching for it. I am the only person who knows its location. Perhaps implanting that particular memory was an attempt to interfere with my mind in some way.
Well, if that memory turns out to be real, is the eye still safe?
Your concerns are not entirely unfounded. I don't believe the Abyss Order is capable of altering reality like that just yet. However, considering their single-minded pursuit of the eye, I would say an equal level of caution is in order on our part. Come with me. We must check whether the eye is still in our possession.
Oh, so you're going to take us to where you hid it?
What if someone follows us? If we go straight there and someone's on our tail, aren't we just exposing it? If that's the reason the Abyss Order implanted that memory. Force Dane to confirm the eye's location. It's a very basic strategy. Given what I know of him, I'm sure Dane has already thought of that too. It seems like he might already have a plan. Lead the way.
Of course.
Možná nás zavede k nějakému falešnému oku. A bude předstírat, že to je pravý. Bude tak takový, oh no, mají to oko, pronásledovalo nás. A pak se ukáže, že to byl fake.
So you hid it way out here? Not an easy place to discover, that's for sure. Well, let's go check to see if it's safe.
Traveler, wait.
Huh?
We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
What was Dane gonna tell me just now?
Hey, wait up!
Není to dungeon, že ne? Ne, je to dungeon. Ty ochrání mě, ty vole. Pyro, Electra, to hit the eye before, and put it in quotations. As you can it's always over on the step within, there's something strange going on with Dane. This one has both. A budu to ještě hrát safe, protože tam je Navia a Xiangling. Ultimátní offense a ultimátní defense. Protože co by jinýho bylo lepšího na offense než geo-aligned brokovnice schovaná v deštníku. Oh. Zdravím vás, houbičky.
Solidify!
This one's got your name on it. Hey there.
Order guide you.
Nope.
Shine down.
It appears the mechanisms here have changed over time. You can access the upper floor through the side door. Perhaps you should try reactivating the mechanism over there.
Je to věc. There we go. Tak vstávej.
Boba, get them. Illusion shattered.
Gather!
Coming at you. This one's got your name on it. Haha. Nah.
Yep. And start.
Make sure all the runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism.
Ah, one of these. I see how it is. There we go. I tohle natočíme a hotovo.
Ah, the door's open. Let's go. Our destination is just up ahead.
Což celý tohleto je jenom side tangent. Kvůli to, že se strachujeme o věc, že je save, která je možná save. Ale pokud se jí rozhodnou neukradnout přímo před našima očima, nebo se někdo nevystoupí, že aha, ukradli jsme ji už dávno a jsem tady, abych vám řekl, že jsme ji ukradli, co s tím uděláte? Tak to bude celý prostě odbočka do nikam, která prostě jenom nikam nevede. Takže předpokládám, že se tu někdo objeví. Okay, nějaká Statue of the Seven style super.
Be on your guard. I sense the presence of the abyss.
No, really?
It's the Abyss Order. They're here.
Can't believe it.
Attack!
This is order.
Nice and split.
There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal.
Boba, get them.
Solidified.
Feeling lucky? Hey there.
Order guide you.
And done.
Just as I suspected. The false memories were a trap. Now that they're in the vicinity, we should have a chance to see.
Dane? What's wrong?
Can you feel that? There's been a disturbance in the ley lines.
Must
be the work of the abyss.
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that sort of thing. Paimon doesn't feel it.
You too. Do as I say. Use that mechanism over there and leave this place.
Leave here on your own? Why?
The Abyss Order is putting something in motion. If you return to Vimara village, I suspect you might finally have the opportunity to locate the missing villager. Just think of it as a way to divide and conquer.
Alright. Dane does have a point. But something still feels off. What am I missing? Je to impostor? Is he an imposter? Navíc jsme to oko vůbec nikde neviděli. Takže... Yeah, that was fucking pointless. So, ukáže se, že je to Ether, vole. Jako cestoval s tím nějakou dobu, tak by ho mohl napodobit velmi snadno. Někdo přichází extra další. Clench twist. Vrandolf, nebo jak se jmenuje? Nebo někdo jiný z té bandy? Ne, je to Ether.
I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
Dal jsem na něj skin Linka z Breath of the Wild, tak proto vypadá tak. Jsem si řekl, že by to mohlo být docela funny. Když mám na Lumině Zeldu, tak na Ethera Linka, abych doplnil set. Vyzkouším to nějakou chvíli takhle a uvidím. A má ten zlatý meč.
And that of the eye. That's quite the gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap laid by the Twilight Sword.
So you came here all on your own? What about those followers of yours?
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I face you alone. I know you must have a lot to say, but if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to defeat me first.
No, nemá smysl, proč bychom měli vidět ten souboj, když tam stejně ani už nejsme. Jenom tohle ten... Tohle stačí. Tohle ten taste.
We better hurry back to Vimara village and see what...
Wait,
hey,
that's it?
Look at those hilly trails. Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago? Why are they so calm all of a sudden?
Hey, here's something.
In the new world, they bade farewell to the shrouded sun. At last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering, or try to differentiate between various thoughts of blasphemy. Such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed and pure.
Did you hear that? What was that sound just now?
It was someone's voice. You heard
It
it
sounded
too?
so gentle. Could that voice be comforting the hilly trails in some way? Oh, this is weird. What?
Yes. Let's check. Is it happening anywhere else? Ale vaše ovoce si vezmu. Fuck you.
Looks like the same thing is happening over here too. The hilly trails are calm.
You see, we're both still here. We've reclaimed an endless amount of time to release your tears. You no longer need to hold back your sorrow.
It's that voice again. Oh, koukám, že máme mapu zavřenou úplně. You're currently in a special story mode.
It looks like they're sleeping.
In the end, he whispered, "Sleep well, Father." Sleep well, my beloved people. When you awake, that which differentiates us shall be no more.
It almost sounds like a poem or some kind of story. Well, now that the hilly trolls have calmed down, Vimara Village should be safe at least. Let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance to find the missing villager, so we should head back to Vimara Village before it's too late.
Talk to Amadia. Taky znárodňuje? Ta grupa nemůže chodit po vodě a to se pořád počítá jako ta doména. Jsem v bublině Vimara Village a sever a severozápad. Interesting. Jo, na jich to končí hned na kraji ve té village. Já musím udělat ten loop-de-loop. Let's talk.
Medea, is everyone all right? The Abyss Order seems to be up to something nearby.
The Abyss Order? Thank you for your
Nikdo o nich
concern.
neví.
But
Proč
as
to
far as
zmiňujeme?
I'm aware, it's been business as usual.
Well, that's good to hear. Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about the missing villager while...
Someone's gone missing, you say?
Huh?
You remember? Things just got even more and more complicated.
You know, the young guy from Vimara Village. The one you've been looking for all this time. That's kind of the whole reason we're here, actually.
Ah, I do apologize, you two. I hope I'm not worrying you too much. At least right now, I can't seem to recall whatever it is you're referring to.
But how is that?
Never mind him. Move on.
Something's definitely not right. We just talked to Grandpa Amadea about the missing villager. There's no way he could have forgotten all about him just like that. What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing villager have been erased again?
Jo, to mě přesně napadlo. Potřebujeme nějakou kontrolu. Jenom z jednoho datapointu jste těžko usuzují věci. Mít druhý nebo třetí datapoint a referencovat je vzájemně, to už je stronger case. Definitely
You're
check
right.
others.
We should narrow down...
Já, ona jenom potvrdí, že je to dobrý nápad, to nepotřebuji slyšet. Já vím, že to je dobrý nápad. No, Lumina ví, že má dobrý nápad, tak nepotřebuji Paimon, aby mi pochlebovala. Tak you know what? You're right. Your idea is awesome. Let's go. Takže tenhle ten týpek, který
Someone's
se
gone
mluví.
missing?
Just as expected. That guy you said a bunch of nice things about earlier? The one you always used to chat with. He's around 20 years old, and you said he was a kind, warm-hearted person?
Oh, I know who you're...
Really?
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. Then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. But why'd you say he's gone missing?
I've seen him recently.
Yeah, I just saw him leave the village. There was someone else with him, too.
Okay, on si na někoho vzpomněl, ale kdo ví kdo.
Mom seems to remember him. And apparently he just saw him? Do you think maybe it's not that there's something wrong with people's memories, but that we've somehow returned to a time before he went missing?
I doubt returning to the past would be that simple. Že kdyby jsme se returnuli do minulosti, tak by si ten village chief ho taky pořád pamatoval. Protože taky na něho měl vzpomínky, když tu byl. A teď, když jako leavuje, je v procesu o leavování, tak jako už by nějaký vzpomínky měl mít. Tak proč jeden nemá vzpomínky a ten druhý jo? Given everything Dane mentioned about disturbances with the ley lines, I would say it's far more likely that it's related to memories in some way. I need to think carefully. What's going on? Jej, tady ten mod, já jsem čekal, kdy se to objeví, ty vole.
Just like what happened with Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, no one remembers him. Because there's been a change in people's memories. Just like what happened with...
Well,
If we really did travel back to a time before he disappeared, that could explain why the villagers said he hadn't gone missing.
we're presently traversing someone's memories?
If this person only exists in people's memories, maybe we're in someone's memory right now.
Right! Paimon totally forgot about the ley line disturbances. We're in someone else's memory, just like how you entered your sibling's memory last time. That would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing. It's a memory after all.
If we are inside someone's memory, then this is our chance to find him.
Right. If he's someone who only exists in people's memories, then we're finally on the same turf. But didn't Bayron just say that he saw him leave the village with someone? Who knows how long this ley line disturbance is gonna last? We might not have that much time and we don't even know whose memory this is.
Let's go through what we know so far.
Good idea. That'll help us. We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to...
Implant memories into the minds of others.
Right! That! Can we try to figure out more about him using what we know of his ability? Like, does it maybe leave a trace that would somehow give him away?
Implanting memories into the minds of others must have an imperfect process. There's no way the new memories could perfectly blend in with the old ones. There has to be some kind of tell. Dainsleif si ihned jako uvědomil, že to nejsou jeho vzpomínky, takže to je jasný důkaz.
All the memories seem to be set in or near Vimara village. But I'm still not sure if they're restricted to this location. If time was allowed to pass within the false memories, there's a higher chance they might conflict with someone's original recollection. That would make it much harder to avoid suspicion. There's a difference between memories that arise from lived experiences and those that are implanted into the mind. Perhaps it has something to do with time. There's a difference between... If time was allowed to...
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit! That must mean time isn't passing! That's the tell of the fake memories! The implanted memories are basically taking place outside of the regular 24 hours of the day. If the memories included the regular passage of time, it would be easy for people to tell that something was off, like there could be overlap or something. People might start to wonder why they remember doing two different things at the same time of day. That's why he makes sure the memories take place at a specific moment in time rather than over a period of time.
If we consider this in conjunction with what we already know, then the question of whose memory this is seems to have an obvious answer.
The color of the sky coincides with the moment in time she described. Dainsleif had memories implanted into his mind. Could it be that it's happened more than once? We thought Chief Amadea forgot about the missing villager, but it turns out we're at a moment in time before the village issued the commission. We thought Chief Amadea...
Jako deskriptor tohodle mě přesvědčuje, ale ta Atosa jediná to řekla prostě ten časový údaj. Jo.
Oh, right! That's exactly what Atosa described!
Takže my jsme teďkon v Atosa.
Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk, just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Yep, that has to be it! This is definitely Atosa's memory.
Let's go to the tree.
Yeah, that's where they'll be.
Já tam musím dojít. All right. Here we go. Uh-oh, fancy boy.
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. She just talks like that out of habit. She's not trying to scare the children on purpose. Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. Do you maybe have anything you want to share? It's okay if you don't.
Wait.
You could also just talk about what you think of me?
Tenhle ten outfit teďko na blížší pohled je mi velmi povědomý. Jsem, jako bych ho už viděl.
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong,
Ukáž oči, yep.
thoughtful young woman.
Kánrejské oči, yep. Sure enough.
You'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Huh? Are those your friends over there?
No, what about the bee? Hodně se seznámíme. We finally found him. Why does he look familiar?
Oh, right. This version of Atosa hasn't met us yet.
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me. So, I should see what they need.
Another time, huh? Yeah, okay. I'll head back to the village then.
Go away. Shoo. The fancy boy is ours now.
It's nice to see you, traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
You're... Factoring in the memories, the abyss or the loom of fate and everything, I need to think of the one person that can connect all this together. Jako Karibér mě napadl. Což jako je mi povědomý. A interpretnu všechny.
The founder of the Abyss Order. The man who broke the curse of immortality. Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the Loom of Fate. Dane's brother, one of the 5 sinners of Conria, the one who stole the power of the Abyss.
Můj initial vibe feel dám Karibér.
You're...
Yep.
Caribert Alberic.
Oh. You know me? That's quite the surprise.
Karibér.
I don't believe I've met you before. Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? Your sibling's memory. You saw... the me from back then. This is Atosa's memory. I came here to say goodbye to her, but I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead. Come, let's find somewhere else to talk.
Mystery runes. Mě zajímalo, na co se to dešifruje. Okay. Ready. The proof of existence. Pěkný ťápoty ve vodě. What is this place?
I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world after all. As you well know.
You look exhausted.
It's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host. I've always hoped that I'd get the chance to talk to you like this, and now, the time has finally arrived.
This is a rare opportunity for me as well. I should try to learn as much as I can. But what exactly happened to you? And what is the Loom of Fate?
Extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. And a degree of abyssal power that defies comprehension. Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the Loom of Fate, but despite his intentions for me, I never truly became the Loom of Fate. I was merely used as a means for its construction. In truth, I died the moment I set everything in motion. The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the Loom of Fate.
Caribert is dead. That's why he no longer exists outside the memories.
As for your question, the Loom of Fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines.
Weaving ley lines?
In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger, until finally, it has the power to weave real ley lines of its own. Once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memories, but it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world.
How is the source of your ability to implant memories?
Yes. I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form. I suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation. After all, its existence cost me my life.
So the memories that suddenly appear in Dane's mind were implanted by Cuthbert through the half-finished loom. That makes sense. But I'm still lost as to why he went so far as to introduce himself to all of the residents. Why did you implant memories of yourself into the people of Imara village?
That. I was wrong to implant those memories. I'm sorry I caused so much trouble. Not only for everyone in the village, but for you as well. I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world, as if I had a chance at life.
So that's why. Never would have guessed. But is there a kind of meaning to all this? Does only existing in people's memories really count as living?
I know what you must be thinking. Why would I do something so meaningless? But I just couldn't accept it. I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. What kind of person I would be. What other people would think of me. Chief Ahmadiyya, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa. What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. Just a quiet life in a peaceful village. I was curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life. Even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. One memory at a time. I know it sounds stupid. After all, my life ended a long time ago. Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old. My consciousness left to mature in an illusory world of nothingness. Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance. An imagined version of what I would look like if I had the chance to grow up.
In the end, this all stems from the tragedy that occurred in Conria back then. You know, everyone is looking for you.
I know. But there's nothing I can do to make them find me. If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all. But Well, that's not possible for me.
Jestli se mohl v reálném světě ukázat Durin, který byl součástí pohádkového příběhu do piči, tak jako jeho pravděpodobnost návratu do reálného světa vůbec nevylučuju. Jako jestli se tam dostal Durin do reálného světa, tak je možný všechno. Jako quite doslova. As I understand it, even though you only appeared in their memories, your existence was a great comfort to them. They all believed you once lived among them.
I know.
Well, now that I found you, let's continue this conversation some other time. Dane might still need my help.
Captain Dainsleif? Twilight Sword, you mean? No need to meet up with him. Things should already be settled on his end.
Settled?
Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness like this can only mean one thing. The Loom of Fate has already been completed.
What? It's already completed? That means the outer field hill must have fallen into the hands of the Abyss. Did something happen to Dane?
No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what he was planning. Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he? His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye in order to have the chance to confront the prince. He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once. A very thorough plan.
But then Dane never handed me the eye.
That's right, because in his mind, he had given it to you already.
Does that mean he gave Dane a false memory? You made him think that? When?
Before you two entered that false location.
Yeah, that.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
So when Dane froze up back then, it was because a false memory was being implanted. No wonder.
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary, and took that memory to be real. I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. And to do that, we had to retrieve the eye.
So Dane had the eye the whole time on his person, until the Abyss Order took it away. I'm not sure there's anything we could have done. Now that the loom is completed, what is your plan about it?
I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you, but I truly have no idea what the prince is planning. Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already exist. In the face of everything they could be planning, I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a glimpse of the bigger picture. In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal, at least, has been achieved.
Your goal?
You remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic. I believe you saw him in your sibling's memory, after he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form. I suffered from an indescribable level of mental anguish. To comfort me, my father told me a story, that this was a fairy tale world where I had to take on the form of a little monster. That story managed to dispel my fears, even if just for a moment. My goal was simple: to use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form, when its ability to create memories was at its strongest, to implant a specific memory into the minds of the hilichurls. In that memory, I would tell them a story, just like my father did for me. It was a story of fairy tales and love. But more than anything, it was the story of us.
No. So the thing that caused her to calm down back then was Caribe's story. So that was his goal. That was the one thing he wanted. He had the device as powerful as the loom of fate at his disposal, and all he wanted to do with it to offer Hilchurls a moment of comfort.
I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting those memories, that was the most worthwhile thing I could offer.
Perhaps it was I think it was very meaningful indeed.
All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the loom of fate. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have dissipated long ago. My goal was the one thing that allowed me to hold on all this time. But now, the bedtime story is finished. And it's finally time to rest.
Oh. Bye-bye. And he's gone.
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time.
Oh, hello, you. Ovládej se. I don't believe nothing. Yep, hologram.
Kari Bear's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too.
Proč ti nevěřím?
Well, how about a conversation? The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree?
Just can't believe it's real.
That battle earlier was tough. The one against Dane, I mean. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me. Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after 500 years.
What exactly are you planning? What is the plan with the Loom of Fate anyway?
The Loom of Fate, huh? I still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential. But there's still time, before the Heavenly Principles awaken.
The Heavenly Principles are still asleep?
Yes. For 500 years now. Ever since the Cataclysm in Conria, there's been no sign of activity. Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne, yes?
That is true.
Such a flagrant disregard for the rules, and still Celestia took no action. I suppose that's proof enough of the Heavenly Principles situation. However, the Heavenly Principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be, or what might trigger it.
Oh, you really hit the Heavenly Principles, don't you?
You could say that. Just look at Kari Bear. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet and peaceful. Even as a hilly churl, seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world. even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to exist? Of course, that's only one example. My feelings about the heavenly principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words.
True.
Lumine?
Hmm?
You're the only one in this world who calls me that. There's so much I wanted to ask you. But for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now. There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand. Why? Why can't we continue our journey together?
And that a question.
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end. Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together, you told me you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me? Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean?
I miss you too, Lumine. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes. Let alone my own sister.
What's going on?
This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer. In fact, aside from our ability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With Caribert gone, we won't be able to remember anything that happened here. Everything in this space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
You're only telling me this now?
No. Might as well můžu smazat celý recording a nechat tam jenom tuhletu větu, protože na tom stejně nezáleželo. What point is there in lore dumping when it's not canon?
Still so sleepy. Paimon's head feels all fuzzy.
Teď bych, já si to nevystřihnu, ale teď bych přesně věděl, kde to odstřihnout a kde to navázat, prostě nalepit na to. A vůbec nic by se nestalo.
Oh,
Jesus
I woke up a
Christ.
little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw us sleeping near the village yesterday. They couldn't wake us up no matter how hard they tried, so they decided to just bring us back here. Oh, and Dane came by just now? It looked like he was injured. He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were all right and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dane for ya.
He never changes, does he?
Let's think for a second. We were in that memory, and we saw that guy you called Caribert. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that, Paimon doesn't remember what happened.
Caribert and I talked for a while. He told me about the Loom of Fate.
Wait, really? What a score!
I guess our commission is complete then. Missing villager, the person who only exists in people's memories, was Caribert all along. But now that he's gone, I'm not sure how to explain anything to the villagers.
Well, what happened after that?
Jo, takže ona si pamatuje to Cariberovo vysvětlení z toho Loom of Fateu, protože v tu dobu byl pořád naživu. A v moment, kdy se to přerušuje, je moment, kdy Caribert umřel v uvozovkách. No, prostě přestal existovat. Prostě v ten moment, co se rozplynul, tak prostě bzz a konec. After that, it was bzz and we can't remember. It's It's like there's something else that happened, but that we cannot remember. It feels like we lost something. Je, jako by jsme ztratili něco šíleně důležitýho, ale prostě pořád je to mimo dosah.
Bayram, you sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. Wasn't anything good or bad, I'd say. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. It didn't feel right to leave all the searching to the adventurers. So there we were, searching away, when suddenly this one guy said it all came back to him. According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree outside the village, and he saw our missing villager. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left together. They looked like quite a happy family, apparently. And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Kind of strange that we forgot all about it for so long.
So that's how Garbo decided to say his goodbye. It was the last memory he gave them.
Oh, and we also remembered his name, Curry Bear. Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner.
That's a unique name indeed. Make sure you remember it.
Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is. And we're all relieved now that we know what happened.
Seems like everyone thinks Curry Bear left the village. That's probably for the best. At least they have some sort of explanation now.
He is gone, and the loom of fate is complete. And no one else will try to change the villagers' memories.
Paimon wonders how Atosa's doing. Maybe we should go check on her. If she hasn't remembered like everyone else, we can tell her what happened. Paimon didn't see her in the village just now, so she's...
No, je zase u toho stromu podělanýho. Ty mě už jebne z toho spípenýho stromu, kde je 150 metrů daleko. Kam musím vždycky běžet, vole. Už tam běžíme zase znova, minimálně po třetí. Ani jeden z těch časů mě to nebavilo tam běžet.
Hey Atosa, how's it going?
Oh, it's you two. I was part of the search party, so I remember what happened to Curry Bear now. Honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important.
I'm sure he wouldn't want you to forget him completely.
It's funny, but I have this feeling he told me the same thing. I just can't seem to remember when. I guess it doesn't really matter anyway. Life is made up of a series of memories. As long as I hold on to our time together, he'll always be a part of my life. I'm just happy I got to meet him. So, who cares what happens in the future?
Never mind.
Okay, I'll admit. I'm just putting on a brave face. I was dumped. Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying goodbye?
I'm sure he had his reasons.
You don't need to comfort me. It's just like Curry Bear said. It's the things we overcome that make life more precious. And you know, if he has a heart, maybe he'll come back and see me one day. Anyway, thanks for all your hard work, you two.
Well, that should be it, right? Everyone's lives can go back to normal now. Oh, right! Weren't you about to tell Paimon what happened after your conversation with Curry Bear?
Wait, what was it that happened? Can't remember. If there's something in my pocket?
A picture? Where'd that come from? Let Paimon see.
You must get along with each other, the two of you. Aww. That's nice. And that is all. Bedtime story complete. Group photo from an unknown time. And next up, Chapter 5, první akt. Natlan, a new adventure. Frau suspended on a sun-scorched sojourn. You made many unforgettable memories in Fontaine. Now a new journey lies before you. First, time to say goodbye to your fine Fontainian friends. Yep, takže to je podobně jako když jsme říkali s bohem Sumeru a vstupovali jsme do Fontaineu. Což co si vzpomínám, tak jsme měli docela, jak bych to řekl, docela úctyhodně dlouhou konverzaci s Diou. Tom fucking, si otevřu mapu, mám jít hned u ruky. Kde? Tady, v Caravan Ribatu. V Caravan Ribatu jsme měli úctyhodně dlouhou konverzaci s Diou, kterou jsem v tu dobu vůbec nečekal. Že prostě to není prostě jako Irish goodbye, že prostě Lumina just bounces a prostě nikomu neřeknu s bohem, nebo maximálně jedné osobě a bye. Ale řekli jsme s bohem Die a měli konverzaci a určitě několika dalším lidem, takže to je velmi potěšující. Šoš. Anywho, to jinak bude všechno. To zhodnocení, ten konec mě to trošku tam přivlekl tmavý mráček, což na něco, což by jinak byla modrá obloha. Jako ten fakt, že prostě vám prostě tam napíšou prostě do scénáře příběhu to, co bych chtěl vidět, to, co je prostě velký eye candy, co se týče příběhu. A pak prostě řeknou, jo, by the way, to byl celý jenom přelud a nikdo si to nebude pamatovat. Jediný, kdo si to bude pamatovat, jsme my, hráči téhle hry a diváci, co sledují hráče téhle hry. A nikdo jiný si to nebude pamatovat. Dokud se to asi nestane v reálu, něco obdobného v reálném světě. Ale prozatím prostě jsme dostali teoretickou alternativní dimenzi, kde jsme se zčutli konečně s naším siblingem Etherem. Ale bohužel nebyl to real. Ale bohužel nebyl to real. A co se dá dělat? Nic. A jenom je to trochu sejří, že to nebylo real. Ne, že bych to chtěl nějak horečně, aby to bylo real. Jenom mě sejří, že jako to bylo ve scaleu, co se týče charakter developmentu a prostě charakter interactions velký jak svině a velmi důležitý pro několik osob a jejich psychiku a prostě jejich emoční stav. A pak je to prostě vymazaný a vrátíme se ve vzpomínkách a v emočním stavu prostě o několik kroků a kapitol dozadu. A prostě fuck you. Jako určitě na to během několika dnů, týdnů a určitě do příštího dílu zapomenu. A sotva si na to budu vzpomínat a nebudu se cítit tak zrazený. Ale teď v momentě, kdy se mi to stalo přímo vyloženě před pár minutama, tak se cítím docela zrazený. Anyway, to bylo takový menší jepování ohledně toho, jinak se mi to obecně líbilo. Avšak jsem čekal něco víc kanonického a méně fiktivního. Takže kdyby to bylo kanonický, 10 z 10. Nice. A jelikož to nebylo kanonický, tak fuck you. No spíš, i kdyby to nebylo kanonický, tak kdyby jsem dostal nějaký předzvěsti, že to je fake. Ne, se točím v kruzích. Dáme vyšpul. A banner je tu zase Durin. Docela bych ho chtěl dropnout, mohl by to být konečně nějaký useful pyro charakter. Arlecchino je relativně blízko, ale bohužel na levelování je pořád relativně těžká, protože na vyšší stupně těch talentů potřebuju boss fight sníh, kterýmu jsem se ještě nedostal. A potřebuju taky ten Petrichor ostrov, ke kterému jsem se taky nedostal. Obojí předpokládám, že bude nějak zakomponovaný v tom její side story questu, ke kterému se blížím. Takže nemohla rozvinout svůj plný potenciál. Což Durin taky nebude moc rozvinout potenciál, takže nevím, co si nalhávám. Ale byl by to další charakter kolekce, nemusel by to Arlecchino celý mainovat ten ohnivý damage sama. Takže dám 2 puly, možná 3, protože ho tak moc chci a hardpity jsem neměl, takže se minimálně přiblížím. Což taky můžu prohrát hardpity, to uznávám, že je fakt. Ale i kdybych dostal třeba Jean znova, tak by to byl jenom velmi cenný power-up pro Jean nebo Diluka. Takže to se rozhodně nestratí. U 5 star se to rozhodně nestratí. Pokud nedostanu někoho jako Čiči. Pokud dostanu Čiči nebo nevím, Diu, tak se to docela ztratí, tak ale doufám. Budu doufat. A give me something I want. Tak. Faruzan. Kolektuju Faruzany. Jednu za druhou. One Faruzan on the docket. Možná nějaká přídavná jahoda, by byla fajn. Bennett je namaxovaný, takže ten by mi nic extra nedal. No, když mám tolik primogemů, tak si můžu dorovnat takhle. Půl číslo 2. Please. Wow, další Faruzan. Já fakt kolektuju jak Charizardy, tyhle. Prostě kolektuju Faruzany jak fanoušek Pokémon karet kolektuje Charizardy. Prostě they keep coming and they don't stop coming and they keep coming and don't stop coming. Well, další Faruzan in the collection. Mě zajímalo, kolik mám těch konstelací na ní už. Téměř všechny. K mezi upgradeový pasiv Divine Comprehension. The vortex created by pressurized collapse, což je ten vortex z toho skillu, což je ten supercharged anemo sheep. Will restore, takže ten vortex, co to udělá poté, co ten sheep vystřelí, will restore energy based on number of opponents it hits. No, docela useful. Přídavný energy recovery. A velmi jednoduchý level upgrade Ultiny. Wind Secret Ways. Wonderland of Rumination. A to přidává nějaký další crit damage na úplně finálním. Že jo? A to má taky level boostly. Oboje už je level 5. Tak, teď otázka, jestli tam vrazím ten třetí temple, což mě k tomu hlavně láká ten fakt, že další díl natočím za delší dobu a většinou jsem puloval 1 nebo 2, protože jsem natáčel častěji. Když jsem natáčel častěji, tak jsem snížil úměrně počet pulů. Ale právě teď, že si říkám, že bych zase zvýšil počet pulů, protože natáčím jednou za čas. Když mám čas a čas mám méně než předtím. Takže... Já tady jsem splnil další tohoto, na to jsem úplně zapomněl. Tada! Bedtime Story complete. Takže já přemýšlím, že bych tam pulnul ten třetí. Zvláště když jsme udělali Archon Quest. Jo, poloviční Archon Quest, protože originálně to Archon Quest nebyl. Jako tady těch mám 80, takže definitivně pak můžu někdy pulovat prostě celý svazek dílů jenom z tady toho a dostat na random nějakou 4-star nebo 5-star. Takže to je absolutně taky možný. Takže jenovat, já tam vrazím třetí a tím to zakončím. Už jsem dostal Faruzan na 2krát, takže kdybych dostal jahodu, budu jenom rád. Takže já se zase skláním a budu doufat. Třetí Faruzan do počtu. Je namaxovaná. It's Tighnari, ale je to 5-star. To je jeden z těch, který se zrovna ztratí, protože za něho moc nehraju. Well. Prohrál jsem hardpity, tak aspoň vím, že se nemusím snažit. I'll make a screenshot at least. Hop. Prohrál jsem hardpity na Durina. Smutné, smutné. Minimálně to můžu využít tady. Tady mi chybí 5 na Kaju. Což by bylo taky docela nice. Že Faruzan, finální constellation, maxed out. Characters affected by the ultina, že když ultina vyprskne svoje anemo v místě, kde jsme i my, dostaneme přídavný crit damage. Něco takového. Nede. Tighnari, první konstelace, nečekaně, jak se jmenuje věci. Vijana Mind, Fashioner's Tanglevine Shaft. Tighnari's charge attack crit rate is increased. Takže když charge atakuje, tak má větší crit rate. OK. Beginnings determined at the roots. Další je when the opponents within the field created, když dá ten skill a udělá to kolo kolem sebe na zemi. Tighnari gains dendro damage bonus, takže přídavný damage bonus prostě. Sure.
But human life is like the dew at dawn.
Já jsem s tím splnila zase tady ten chujovinec. Jo, splním, když už u toho jsem.
Or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
Hop. A to bude všechno s touhletou půlovou bombou se loučím. Děkuji, že jste se dívali. Uvidíme se u nějaký další jiný série nebo dalšího Genshinu pravděpodobně. A to bude u mě všechno. Já se s vámi loučím a dobrou noc.